Hello and welcome. In today's video, we essentially ask the important question if you allow life to happen to you, just reacting habitually to your experiences, or if you make conscious choices and remember to follow through with them to the best of your ability. Ultimately, this is about two distinct states of mind, and you can operate from either one or the other at any given moment. Which one you choose determines how likely you are to choose one or the other in the future, and consequently how likely it is that your life, with all that it entails, both psychologically and materially, as well as spiritually, in general, moves towards growth or decay. It's at the same time important to emphasize the best of your ability part is here, as this implies conscious choice, not perfection. It's also important to recognize that there are life circumstances that we don't have control over. Those are beyond the scope of this video, as this one is about everything that we do, if we're being honest with ourselves, have power over. The concept of drifting in life is subtle, yet deeply impactful. Drifting is the act of moving through life without clear direction or purpose, as already mentioned, influenced by external circumstances rather than conscious decision-making. It's a state of passivity where one relinquishes control over their life, allowing the current of events, people, and emotions to dictate their course. This is not to be confused with intentional, willful flexibility, where have clear aims, but adjust your actions consciously to the circumstances that you are in. Drifting is a habit that leads to unfulfilled potential, missed opportunities, and a life that is far less meaningful than it could be. In essence, drifting means giving up personal agency and the ability to choose. It's also insidious. It creeps in slowly, often unnoticed until one realizes they are far off course, living a life they never consciously chose. Many go through their whole lives like this without even thinking about it. They may think they are making their own choices, but in reality, they are being influenced by external forces such as societal expectations, the opinions of others, or even their own subconscious fears and doubts. This can lead to a life that is not truly their own, one that is shaped more by circumstances than by conscious choice. Others wake up to their drifting, but are not willing to make the choices necessary to change course, and the results are generally the same. Drifting is often a result of not having a clear set of goals or a strong sense of purpose. When one lacks direction, it becomes easy to fall into the habit of simply going with the flow, making decisions based on convenience or the influence of others, rather than what aligns with one's true desires and values. This lack of direction can stem from various factors, such as fear of failure, lack of self-confidence, or the overwhelming number of choices available in modern life. Again, all of these factors may very well be unconscious, and if not brought to the surface, they may rule one's entire life. One of the key aspects of avoiding drifting is the importance of having a definiteness of purpose. This means knowing exactly what you want in life and being willing to take the necessary steps to achieve it. A clear purpose acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions and helping you stay on course even when faced with challenges and distractions. Without this sense of purpose, it becomes easy to drift, as there is nothing anchoring you to a specific path or goal. If you truly don't know what your purpose is, just aim for something that truly gives you life joy, and try to make as conscious decisions as possible in relationship to that. It is honestly not so much about what you do as how you do it. To counteract the habit of drifting, it is essential to develop self-awareness. This involves regularly reflecting on your life, your goals, and your actions, and being honest with yourself about whether you are truly living in alignment with your values and purpose. Self-awareness allows you to recognize when you are drifting and to take corrective action before you veer too far off course. Another important aspect of avoiding drifting is taking control of your thoughts and emotions. The texts emphasize the power of the mind in shaping your reality. Your thoughts and beliefs have a direct impact on your actions and ultimately on the course of your life. If you allow negative thoughts, doubts, and fears to dominate your mind, you are more likely to drift, as these thoughts can lead to inaction or poor decision-making. As you probably know, it's not so easy to control thoughts and emotions, though. The first step is to de-identify with them. Realize that they aren't you and keep it at the back of your mind. With this comes also the realization that you can't trust what they are saying. Next, you can start giving your thoughts a gentle nudge in a different direction and challenge thoughts that seem to lead you in a negative direction. As far as your emotions go, you need to learn to not react to negative emotions or push them down, but to just feel them and allow them to pass through. We will make more in-depth videos about both these subjects shortly. Furthermore, habits either contribute to or prevent drifting. Habits are powerful forces in our lives. They shape our daily actions and, over time, can determine the overall direction of our lives. Developing good habits, such as setting goals, planning your time effectively, and regularly reviewing your progress, can help you stay on course and avoid drifting. Conversely, bad habits, such as procrastination, laziness, or constantly seeking distractions and stimuli, can lead to drifting. These habits cause you to lose focus, waste time, and make decisions that are not in alignment with your long-term goals. Therefore, it is crucial to cultivate habits that support your purpose and help you stay on course. It is important to note that drifting itself is a habit, and it is one that has to do with convenience to a large degree. You eat unhealthy fast food instead of cooking because it's convenient. You stay at a job you dislike and which pays poorly because it's convenient. You drink beer and watch TV after work instead of working out and studying something that will improve your chances of making a good income on something you enjoy because it's convenient. You pursue spare time activities that don't demand anything of you but are ultimately meaningless, instead of pursuing something challenging that brings meaning to your life. And so on. You get the picture. People in general tend to lean in one direction or the other when it comes to this. In other words, Hill emphasizes the importance of discipline in avoiding drifting. Discipline is the ability to stay focused on your goals and take consistent action towards achieving them, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. It is the antidote to drifting, as it requires you to be intentional about your actions and decisions, rather than simply going with the flow. Again, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional and consistent and do your best with what you've got. Eventually, if you persist, you will train your brain to behave differently since you've created new neural pathways. Discipline involves setting clear goals, creating a plan to achieve them, and sticking to that plan, even when faced with obstacles or distractions. It also involves being mindful of your time and energy, and ensuring that you are using them in a way that is aligned with your goals and purpose. This may require making sacrifices, such as giving up certain activities or habits that do not contribute to your overall success. It is also important to surround yourself with people who support your goals and values. The company you keep can have a significant influence on whether you drift or stay on course. If you're surrounded by people who are also drifting through life, it becomes easy to adopt their attitudes and behaviors. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are focused, driven, and purpose-oriented, you are more likely to stay on course and avoid drifting. This is not to say that you're supposed to break off with all of your friends, but it is something to keep in mind. Another key point discussed in the texts is the role of fear in causing drifting. Fear can be a powerful force that holds you back from pursuing your goals and living the life you truly want. It can cause you to stay in your comfort zone, where it's safe and comfortable. Avoid taking risks and make decisions based on what is safe, rather than what is truly fulfilling. To overcome fear and avoid drifting, it is important to develop courage and take action despite your fears. This involves facing your fears head-on, challenging the beliefs and thoughts that hold you back, and taking steps towards your goals, even when it feels uncomfortable or scary. Over time, this builds confidence and resilience, making it easier to stay on course and avoid drifting. You are not asked to take a giant leap into the unknown at once. It's only about consistently challenging the limits that you impose on yourself in a pace that you don't take on more discomfort than you can tolerate. Drifting often occurs when you fail to take full responsibility for your actions, decisions, and circumstances. It can be easy to blame external factors, such as other people, circumstances, or luck, for your situation, but this mindset only leads to more drifting. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you are in control of your life and that your choices and actions determine your outcomes. This is often associated with fear, as we often flee our responsibilities because of it. Again, it's important to not take on a load that is too heavy to begin with, but consistently take little steps towards living a more responsible life. This sense of responsibility empowers you to take control of your life and make decisions that are aligned with your goals and values. It also helps you avoid the victim mentality, which can lead to drifting by making you feel powerless to change your circumstances. By taking responsibility, you are more likely to stay focused, take action, and avoid drifting. This goes together with a growth mindset, as this shift makes you feel more responsible and in charge of your life. A growth mindset is the belief that you can learn, grow, and improve over time, and that your abilities and intelligence are not fixed. This mindset encourages you to take on challenges, learn from your mistakes, and persist in the face of obstacles. It is the opposite of a fixed mindset, which can lead to drifting by causing you to avoid challenges, give up easily, and believe that your abilities are set in stone. By cultivating a growth mindset, you are more likely to stay on course and avoid drifting, as you will be more motivated to pursue your goals, learn new skills, and adapt to changing circumstances. This mindset also helps you stay resilient in the face of setbacks, as you see them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Finally, the importance of staying true to yourself and your values in avoiding drifting deserves to be highlighted. Drifting often occurs when you are living a life that is not in alignment with your true self and your values. This can happen when you make decisions based on external expectations or the opinions of others rather than what is truly important to you. Staying true to yourself involves being honest with yourself about what you want in life, what your values are, and what makes you truly happy and fulfilled. It also involves having the courage to make decisions that are in alignment with your true self, even if they go against the expectations of others or require taking risks. By staying true to yourself, you are more likely to live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, and less likely to drift. In conclusion, the habit of drifting is a subtle yet powerful force that can lead to a life that is unfulfilled and lacking in purpose. By developing self-awareness, taking control of your thoughts and emotions, cultivating good habits, practicing discipline, surrounding yourself with supportive people, overcoming fear, taking responsibility for your life, cultivating a growth mindset, setting clear goals, regularly reviewing your progress, and staying true to yourself, you can avoid drifting and live a life that is meaningful, purposeful, and fulfilling. Remember that this, in essence, is about two distinct mindsets, that of drifting and that of making conscious choices from a growth mindset. What you have this choice in every given moment, that the choice you make today will affect your future choices and ultimately what life you get to live.